So this is day 2 of the CERIAS Symposium, but sort of what internally we referred to as CERIAS Hell Week started on Friday of this last week. Sandia National Labs sent a bunch of their practitioners, their researchers to campus. We had a social on Friday night, and then on Saturday there was a workshop where Sandian professionals did training with all the students that were there, taught them hands-on techniques for cyber forensics, and then on Sunday hosted an actual competition. And I was blown away by it. It was very, very cool. A lot of work obviously went into it. The students, every one of the student teams said this is the best competition the most enjoyable competition they'd ever been in, and personally was pretty proud when we did the debrief that Purdue was able to sit in on the debrief. And they had reported that they've done this at 3 other universities. We won't mention those names, but that our students had performed at a level higher than any of the other universities that have yet had this competition there. So not that the other universities had done poorly, but Purdue students just did exceptionally well. So it was great to have them there, but we thought this would be a great opportunity to recognize the students, not just in the room with the rest of the competitors and the Sandians, but in front of all of the audience here at CERIAS Symposium, as well as give some recognition to Sandia for bringing this competition and sending so many of their employees here to run it. So with that, I'm going to hand the mic over to Ken Patel, who is Sandia's liaison that is embedded here at Purdue, to announce our winners.
Okay, so would the winning team come up? Do we have the names? So the winning team scored highly in the competition with, I believe, over 3,000 points. And it's a series of competitions to make things happen in terms of they do different challenges, and they all compete to solve this scenario. So with that, we have some prizes for you guys to take away. Thank you. Okay. And so the team was named Cyber Monkeys, as you can see here. So with that, join me in giving a round of applause.
Okay, our poster award winners. Third place from last night's competition was poster number 27, Poisoning Attacks Against Anomaly Detection Techniques. The student was Radhika Bhargava, and she is advised by Professor Chris Clifton out of Computer Science. Is Radhika here? Okay. We kept them up late at the poster session. Second place, the project number 11, Block Hub, blockchain-based data communication systems with leakage, prevention, and detection. Dennis Ulybyshev was a lead student along with Miguel Villarreal Vasquez, Kevin Kachapacharian, or something like that, and then Albert Yu. And the professor supervising was Bharat Bhargava. So congratulations, Dennis. Thank you. And our first prize went to poster number 3, Content Focus to Protect Against Trojan Attacks on Neural Networks. And the student was Miguel Villarreal Vasquez, also advised by Professor Bharat Bhargava. Is Miguel here? Very good. Okay, we'll get this certificate to them. So congratulations and thank you to all of the students that participated. Darn near every one of the posters received votes from the judges. So there were some clear winners, but absolutely every one of the posters was fantastic last night. Okay, then annually we have 2 awards that we give away. And the first one, which I have the opportunity to talk about, is the CERIAS Pillar Award. And the idea of the pillar props you up. So we identify somebody who has gone out of the norm to prop up, to support the mission of CERIAS. And every year we have a number of quality candidates that consider, because we have such great support from faculty, staff, students, people from industry that work with us. But this year we had an unbelievable candidate that was almost a clear cut. It was universal when we met to decide who was going to be the CERIAS pillar this year. So this person has been quite active with us. They've actually is a person from industry who has been embedded here at the university. And so can I have Ken Patel please come back forward? So Kamlesh Ken Patel has been working with us this last year. So I want to highlight just a few of the accomplishments that Ken has brought to CERIAS. So when he showed up on campus, he said he'd been working with the Intel interns, the interns at Sandia. But he had an idea of extending their internship to campus. So he established the Sandia externship program and came to me and said, what can CERIAS do to help on this? And we decided that we actually had a lab right in the headquarters of CERIAS. So we refitted that lab, and now Sandia is running their externship program out of the CERIAS offices. So in addition to the lab workspace, they're able to use our common area. They can get their coffee, they can hang out, they've got individual lockers. So not only gives them an opportunity to continue to work for Sandia, but it gives them an opportunity to network with other students, with CERIAS staff, and hang out together. CERIAS has had a long collaborative relationship with Sandia, but under Ken here on campus has been able to foster growing relationships between existing researchers, but has also had the opportunity to learn about research that Sandia may not have learned about before, and said, hold on, I think this needs to be known back in such and such group in Sandia. And so has worked very hard to connect what we're doing here on campus, that Sandia can leverage the existing research here, but it has also led to collaborative research that in funding from Sandia has increased. So internally, they have a funding competition for startup projects, and CERIAS is a number of those internal projects at Sandia right now. So getting students involved, hiring students is very important to Sandia. We talked about the ways to do that is, yes, you can come to recruit, and yes, you can hire students, but the more interaction that you have with students, the better off you will be. So in the fall, Ken brought the Space Blimp Coding Challenge. Now, I'm not sure what blimps are in space, but I can think of other things that are in space that do need guidance systems that Sandia may be interested in. So we held a competition here and we packed an entire room. There were 60 competitors that came in and all worked on this coding challenge and had some unbelievable ideas. We recognized that winning team back in the fall, but the Sandians who came here were pretty amazed at some of the work that the students had done. We just talked about the Tracer Fire Cyber Forensics competition that was a 2.5-day event this last weekend that they sent their people here and managed. Ken has worked very hard to host a number of faculty visits to Sandia over this last year. David Ebert and I were the beneficiaries of one of those visits just 2 weeks ago. But part of that coordination was also working to get Spaff vetted for his sabbatical at Sandia National Labs this entire last year. So if that wasn't enough to say that he has done an awful lot to prop up and be a pillar of CERIAS, this is the biggest news of all of it, and this is the first time we're talking about it. A press release will be coming out in the next couple of weeks that there is a brand new laboratory that will be going in that is we got to think of a better name still, but it is a simulation model, a mod sim lab that does emulatics that is very important, sort of digital twinning. So it'll enable us to do some additional cyber and cyber physical systems modeling and experiments here. It is a $10 million lab development from Sandia that will be installed here over the summer. It will be up and running this fall. An unbelievable asset to our faculty and our students. It'll enable us to do an additional collaboration with Sandia, but it'll be open for our students and faculty to work on for any emulatics type oriented work. So it has been an unbelievable year. Ken, we appreciate all that you've done for us this last year, and it's our honor to present you with the 2019 CERIAS Pillar Award.
Okay. Well, now as we're going through awards, it's always good to go ahead and make sure that we not only talk about staff and other support for the center, but talk about the amazing work that goes on here at Purdue by our students. And that's why CERIAS has our Diamond Award for a student who has really exceeded the capacity of what we expect from the typical student and has done an exemplary job in their work. And I'm very honored this year to be able to give the Diamond Award to Dennis Ulybyshev, sorry. I apologize. I had it right a few minutes ago. But Dennis is advised by Professor Bharat Bhargava. Dennis has done an amazing job with his research. His work with Northrop Grumman on the Wax Prune Project, work in latent semantic indexing, and his work that you saw winning the poster last night with data leakage work that he's done. So. Second place, sorry, but he was one of the award winners, right? And so that's pretty good to get 2 awards in one day. He also has had 12 peer-reviewed publications for his research, attesting to the fact that we don't, just people here at Purdue don't think his work is outstanding, but he has an international reputation even before he graduates in May. So please join me in honoring Dennis.